Hi, my name is Danielle Simpson. I was drawn to Valley Stream 30 because of your reputation for diversity. I have worked in many districts that include diversity, and I enjoy working with the families and the communities and building an educational experience around what everyone can bring to the table. In my classroom, I am known to differentiate effectively, and I have very high expectations for the students in my class. When students feel respected and feel like they need to reach certain goals, they will rise to the occasion, and I value that in my classroom. I chose special education because I find that working with students with disabilities is the most rewarding job on the planet. I strive to create opportunities for my students to succeed and meet their goals. What sets me apart is that I'm proactive with my communication. I'm consistently communicating with families and consistently communicating with my colleagues and stakeholders in the school community. Whenever there is a situation that needs to be addressed, it is addressed immediately. I believe that collaboration in the classroom is revolved around respect, mutual respect between students and grown-ups. Every day, I check in with my students and make sure that their social emotional needs are met. I do daily check-ins, especially during morning meeting and when the students come in to the school. I ensure that everybody is ready to learn before we start our day. If the students are not ready to learn, I figure out what can I do to help you to be ready to learn. Because if our students are not emotionally ready to learn, they will not learn. This ensures that we are all aware of the situation and that everybody is on the same page. If a student is working on turn taking or multiplication fluency, my para or TA, my support with the math game, we will sit down together and we will review the IEP and the expectations so that way everyone in the classroom is aware of the expectations in the room. I will have visual charts around the room to ensure that everybody is aware of the expectations from me and for the students. That way there is no confusion in the classroom. I believe that all students, regardless of disability, are able to succeed and achieve goals. In my classroom, my students will be using individualized activities based on their needs and the goals written in their IEPs. Some students may be using assistive technology. Some students may be using visuals, self-monitoring check sheets, whatever they need to do to help reach their goal and hold each other accountable. When I am working through my lessons, I will use scaffolding questions and ask higher order questions to make sure that my students are fully understanding of the material. I will frequently check in to make sure that students are understanding materials and expectations. I will modify the content based on what each of my students needs to succeed. Some students may have more questions, some students may have less questions. Some of the questioning might be different based on the cognitive abilities of the children in the room. I will provide consistent opportunities for the students to move around and sensory breaks so that the students can meet their needs and focus on their education. Sometimes when students get up and move around, it helps them to focus and learn. For an example, a student who is working below grade level may have access to a decodable reader, while somebody who is working maybe above grade level may have a more complex text, and the questioning to assess comprehension will be different for each of those children. I like to hold students accountable based on their individual needs and also provide a challenge to students so that way they are not held back. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my video, and I look forward to collaborating together soon.